Do you recall your very first tuning experience? Access to Sheldon's Big Bang Theory eccentric genius to Leonard's endearing. Consequently, the program swiftly turned into a favorite in the home. But what about these celebrities who introduced these enduring personalities to life from their modest starting points for global fame? Many of the members of the cast have since done amazing things that have happened after the show ended. Let's examine more closely what are the stars of the Big Bang Theory now? They are writing unexpected new chapters. In their professions, from brilliant physicists to Jim Parsons, a Hollywood powerhouse introduced the iconic Sheldon Cooper for 12 incredible seasons on The Big Bang Theory, and he left Heismark. His accurate depiction of the eccentric, his brilliance garnered him 4 awards, Emmys, and a glittering Golden Globe to footwear. But you are aware of what is said about all positive things ending. After Jim experienced 229 episodes of Bazinga moments. The time has come to investigate new horizons, but never assume for a moment that Jim was simply remaining in his location during. He was buzzing throughout his Big Bang Theory days, around Hollywood like a giddy electron jumping into entertaining endeavors such as Because Who Wouldn't Want to Watch the Muppets, joined Kermit and the Strong Hidden Numbers where he exchanged his superhero. He even made t-shirts for a NASA outfit from the 1960s. His toes into some really dangerous waters, tremendous role, HS in Hollywood, and wicked, egregiously wicked and disgusting. Discussion of range now. Jim is still maintaining reviving Sheldon's legacy through narration. Sheldon is young, yet he has also stepped working as a producer behind the camera, and he has been doing a fantastic job with this. In 2024, he amazed spectators on Broadway, in our town's mother play, demonstrating that this young man from Texas can do it all on. The Jim is having his best life on the personal front. Life alongside his spouse, Todd Spywak. They married in 2017 following a 14-year separation. Jointly and frank about their love story is more delightful than any equation in science. Don't forget about Leonard Hofmannsted. Johnny Glay did just that, turning the physicist who experiments on everyone's preferred. His synergy with the cast is underdog, particularly with a certain neighbor, was so breathtaking across the hall that it garnered him a nomination for an Emmy and has sitting up. The Screen Actors Guild observing that it's not too bad for a man who devoted the most of his time to ascend stairs as he forced us to. Johnny, you make me laugh on The Big Bang Theory. Oh no, he wasn't just lying on his laurels. He appeared in a number of really cool films, similar to Hancock but with Will Smith, and spending time with Justin Amanda and Timberlake Safried and spoke. Regarding a throwback he created, our returning to Roseanne in Makes Hearts Melt. David was brought back to life in 2018, and giving us all the sentimental feelings Johnny has had, a somewhat quiet personal life. The trip as well as dating his co-star for a heated minute, Kaley Cuoco, and they maintained a professional demeanor that the majority of fans were unaware of when they split up, and Johnny is currently living his and his wife Morgan's family life, are pleased to be their daughter's parents. Una prior to it, Evelina welcomed his son, Avery, with Elena Meyer, her ex-girlfriend in 2019. Penny may have begun as the K Quack turned, but the waitress next door her into the Big's heart and spirit, while she was producing us, Bang Theory giggle while rolling her eyes flawlessly and clever retorts. Kaley was subtly constructing an empire in the background. She didn't merely pretend. She immediately began hosting times in the People's Choice Awards and even launched her own production business. Yes, Norman Productions. How adorable. Che, is that after she hung up? Kaley in a Cheesecake Factory uniform completely burst into the scene. She became Harley Quinn's voice and then completely stunned everyone in the as a flight attendant. She wasn't only, she was the producer and the boss. Additionally, and she hasn't slowed down at all. Our screens have been illuminated by her in-shows that are based on real-life events and launching into entertaining films like Meet Cutie and Pretend That This Girl Has More Vitality. Compared to a double espresso shot when Kale's journey of falling in love has been quite the journey following her brief yet sweet. She had a romance with co-star Johnny Glay. Several pauses and starts before locating. She is currently living her happily ever after. Her ideal life with Tom, an Ozark actor. In 2023, Pelfrey and their family welcomed their lovely Matilda Carmine, a little girl prior to Simon Helberg. Richie was known as Howard, the lovable eccentric. He was already causing a stir in Wallowitz humor in his Mad TV role, but it was his appearance on The Big Bang Theory that really made him. Who could overlook Howard's map? Fashion choices that can never be forgotten by those. His tight jeans are buckled to a large belt. Simon took charge of the role, transforming the potential women's guy into a charming and fans, and the loving family guy cherished every moment of it. When Simon was occupied, in addition to giving Howard life, he was achieving success in Hollywood. He revealed the screen featuring Meryl Alone, Foster Jenkins, and Florence. He also collaborated with the renowned Coen brothers. Simon proceeded to speak in a serious tone, expand on his achievements following The Big Bang Theory, concluded with fascinating initiatives such as Annette, in which he co-starred with Adam Oddity, of The Driver and the place where he kept venturing into uncharted areas in. When Simon is not on screen, he is enjoying a great life with his spouse. The pair has been accompanied by actress Jocelyn Town. They've been married since 20th of July and have two adorable kids. Wilder and Adelini, similar to Howard Wolowitz on the program, Simon has achieved the ideal equilibrium between his professional life and his familial life. Life appears to mimic art in the Kunal Nayyar is the most well-known in The Greatest Method. For his function as the endearing, and Rauch, an astrophysicist, can be awkward at times. Crowley contributed something special. The Big Bang Theory is charming from his coozing silence in the presence of women to his large Rauch, became a character admirer thanks to Heart Canal, couldn't resist loving him, and when he wasn't occupied in solving the puzzles of the cosmos, Kunal was occupied. He donated his time to other enjoyable tasks, voice acting in the Ice Age films, and produced. When the shiny guy appears, everyone smiles. In the Trolls movies Diamond but Kunal's in 2015, he continued to showcase his talents. Authored the book, Yes, My Accent is Genuine, sharing of his motivational journey from Hollywood's New Delhi. He added his style with the same warmth and humor that made Rauch so lovable and popular. Enjoyed reading about his personal life and Kunal's career life outside of literature. Went back to his theater roots, where he starred in The Loot, and playing parts in prominent television shows such as Criminal UK and Mistrust in the Workplace, where he collaborated. Uma Thurman's legendary departure from the highlight Kunal's off-screen life is simply as content and joyful as he has been married to a former Miss India and an actress, Neha Kapoor, because 2011, while Rauch might have had trouble with Kunal's romance, has been flourishing. Accepting his private life as well as fascinating new actors' prospects in 2024, Kunal Adeta's hectic routine with Netflix's screens were illuminated by the spaceman and his charm in the teen romantic comedy about dating Billy Walsh. Evidently, Kunal Nayyar has demonstrated that life is abundant after apartment 4A. Bernadette, our darling, barged into The Big Bang Theory resembles a little whirlwind of Melissa did a fantastic job in Sass and Science. Rauch begins by making her mark as a straightforward waitress at Cheesecake Factory is working with her. During the microbiology school, Bernadette emerged as one of the most charming personalities, her high-pitched voice concealing a strong personality that might even make Sheldon Cooper reconsider. Melissa's performance was really amazing that what began as a visitor function became a main cast role. Howard Joel, more quickly than you can say, she and Wolowitz added such dimension to. We couldn't have imagined the Bernadette show without her contagious laugh and secretly frightening nature. When she was busy capturing our hearts with Melissa, Bernadette was preparing a lot of the Hollywood Tempest. She wasn't simply satisfied with taking over our television screens. She jumped right into the film industry. She not only won the bronze for the movie appeared in, co-wrote, and co-produced the film, which was a huge hit, which it is at the Sundance Film Festival, demonstrated that Melissa was far more than just the scientist with the squeaky voice we'd come to love, and right when you believed she went since she couldn't get any cooler. And Harley Quinn's voice in an animated, she conveyed her enthusiasm for the Batman flick, for eating healthily, by composing and charming children's book known as Thesteries, about tofu, since nobody can say scientists aren't supposed to be amazing. Melissa is a storyteller these days as well, continuing to make people laugh as Judge Abby Stone on Night Court is demonstrating how excellent items are packaged in tiny containers. With large characters, the program has been a hit that even produced a Little Big Bang. When Kunal Nayyar appeared for a reunion visitor spot in 2024, and yes, we were ecstatic about Melissa is living her own life off-screen. Blissful life with her spouse Winston Beagle, who also writes for her. How adorable they are. Partner. Sad parents, who are proud of their children, and Brooks discuss how they have it all. A woman has enough vitality to run a, oh my god, particle accelerator. Where should we begin with Dr. Amy Farrah? Mayim Bialik of Fowler didn't merely play. She is a neuroscientist on television. When she actually joined the Big in Season 3 of Bang Theory, she introduced something so unique about the position that it's difficult to think that anybody else could have recorded Amy's transfer details from Sheldon's female buddy to her. Character is a fantastic fit for him. Transition from a purely rational scientist to a female who discovered how to except her sharp intellect as well as the emotional side was simply amazing. To see and Mayim performed each and every, the ideal, moment from awkward exchanges at that lovely wedding scenario that made everyone want to tissues. However, the issue with Mayim, she is essentially real life. Superhuman with roughly 1 million distinct abilities on Big, she was making us chuckle. She was writing novels on Bang as well, raising children and using real science, as she would naturally, presenting and even directing game show her own film as they created it for us, as though she made this since it wasn't enough. Fantastic website known as Grok Nation Place individuals could discuss significant world events, in addition to the fact that she's been dominating the podcast industry, where in her breakdown with Mayim Bialik partner Jonathan Cohen explores every variety of intriguing subjects regarding the mental and mental well-being, as if she stole Amy's brain and transformed it into enter this entire other. Speaking of relationships and careers, Mims, my own journey has been pretty following her marriage too. After Michael Stone left in 2013, she concentrated on about the upbringing of their 2 boys, Miles Frederick Hazel and Roosevelt, while maintaining your complete dominance over her profession. She has recently fallen in love once more with together, Jonathan Cohen. And they are not only romantic partners but also imaginative partners, and you understand what's actually fantastic. She's found a way to balance being a mother, a researcher, an actress, a writer, and a podcast creator and a game show host immediately. Who would have guessed that the adorable comic who struggles constantly, the owner of a bookstore, would turn into such an important member of our Big Bang family? Stuart Bloom was transformed by Sussman into, he's being taken by everyone's favorite underdog from a straightforward recurrent figure to a complete main cast participant. His change from the relatively self-assured store owner with a history of dating, to the charmingly nervous friend, Penny, who took up residence with Bernadette and Howard, was quite captivating to observe. Stuart may have been unlucky, but Kevin's performance was flawless. He created, we chuckle, we weep, and we support Stuart. Throughout all of his hilarious unfortunate events since said farewell to the Kevin has been at the Pasadena Comic Center, completely dominating the TV. He appeared in the world of Better Call Saul, and his dropout performance was incredibly talented, as if he took all of the time spent playing Stuart's delicate, complex feelings and directed them into this entirely distinct, complicated personalities, as well as his appearance on Mayim. When Beeks called me Cat, it felt like receiving a tiny taste of the magic of the Big Boom once more. In addition to his part in the courses in chemistry demonstrated this man's ability to truly do everything from comedy to there's a lot of drama, and his range would even the comic book heroes of Stuart envious of. What's truly remarkable about Kevin's path demonstrates how he has been able to remain extremely active and varied in his parts, in contrast to certain actors who might get cast in a typecast after performing. Such a Kevin is a notable character who has demonstrated that he has the ability to totally change himself for each role that he has played. Sad sack Stuart, our darling, to take on appearances in some of the biggest renowned performances, demonstrating that talent and adaptability are always in style. And you know what's really awesome about him? Completed everything while maintaining that. The earthy appeal that drew us in first fell in love with Stuart, Sarah Gilbert, and Leslie Winkle. My goodness, added such incredible vitality to the performance. Leonard's on-off-again romance interest in Howard's fleeting liaison with her persona was essentially the antithesis of Sheldon is equally intelligent, but has not tolerance for his antics, and she died accentuate those scenes to highlight the reality that, previously, she and Johnny Gaki had such incredible chemistry between Roseanne and Days simply made everything better. Despite Leslie's absence from the Sarah Gilbert, created the entire series, which a single appearance count, providing us with some of the most noteworthy early moment of the season. Sarah's moments after the Big Bang Theory bin, anywhere she hosted and co-created the discussion, which was essentially similar to having coffee with the most intelligent and fascinating friends ever one day, but possibly the most thrilling. Seeing her go back to her roots was something. It seems as though she is Darlene on the Connors, stepping back without missing a beat, putting us in that character's shoes and demonstrating everything that made us fall in love with her caustic humor initially through personal turbulence, involving her. Sarah's divorce from Linda Perry has revealed the same fortitude and tenacity that what made Leslie Winkle so amazing character. And you are aware of what is actually amazing, how Sarah has changed and advanced in the field while remaining completely honest with herself. She is now a producer rather than a performer, host of a talk program and a strong voice in how she works in the entertainment business, has managed to juggle her acting profession with her various ventures while remaining transparent. and being open about her private life has been actually motivating, as if she had taken Leslie Winkle's self-assurance wit and used it in all facets of her professional life. Laura contributed something unique to the Emily Sweeney Rauch's charming role. The girlfriend of a dark dermatologist, the character was really intriguing. In addition to the program, a prosperous physician possessing a delightfully Mayim sense of humor, who, in some way, perfectly matched our Rauch, Emily was unique. She was lovely and caring. From any other figure we have previously seen on, Laura played her with this during the show. Ideal balance of charm and a little disturbing passion for the darkness, items in life that she was able to make Emily charming and enigmatic, which is a difficult task when she was coping with on Big Bang. Rauch's relationship drama, Laura was balancing a recurrent part as well. On Bones, she brought many types of enthusiasm to both performances, demonstrating that she able to manage drama and comedy with equal ability, and she has subsequently kept up to assume varied and fascinating jobs, involving participation in initiatives such as Reservation Dogs. Each 13 minutes position has revealed many aspects of her talent, demonstrating the vastness of to her, rather than merely being Rauch's unsettling girlfriend. What is remarkable about Laura's path is how she has succeeded in making every role clearly her own, regardless of whether she's performing the dark side of a dermatologist, adopting an entirely new roles in a number of projects that she adds this amazing genuineness to all of her actions that we might not visit her as frequently as your Big Bang every time she appears. Theory co-stars reminds us of the reasons she was such a ideal complement to the show's subsequent. Her career choices over the years demonstrate that she is more concerned about locating significant and captivating jobs rather than merely remaining prominent and truthful. That's precisely the type of careful approach that we would anticipate from Emily Sweeney's mother brought her to life, and this is it from tiny roles to the main characters. Each and every individual who participated in the Big Bang Theory proceeded to accomplish incredible feats, proving that occasionally a fantastic show's end is only the first of many to come. Fascinating chapters, regardless of whether they are writing books and appearing in new shows, producing podcasts, or assuming difficult theatrical parts that they all play, demonstrated that there is still a lot of life after the Pasadena